What happened with the Leica MD 242 or 262? I made a Leica Talk video talking about this camera specific. What happened with it? Where is it? Are they gonna make something similar to it? And look what happened. They made a new Leica M11-D, as I remember. So it's so refreshing and so amazing that they made such a camera that it's a real camera, but with a small feature that can make our life today easier to process the photo without going to a lab, that they just put a memory card instead of us putting film. That's it. So if people wanted to hear a great review about this camera, I'm gonna give it to you. All the people are waiting for this review are idiots and stupid people. And you're gonna say like, oh my God, this is insulting, this is rude. Can you all damn relax? You are talking to a photographer that should not review a camera that it's a real camera. It's a camera that takes photos, and it doesn't have the tracking features. It doesn't have IBIS. It doesn't have. It's like it focuses on like the cat's eye and the stupid whore asses, and it does not do any of this. It's a real camera with three main features: aperture, which is stuck in the lens; ISO, which is at the back where the screen is now, where everything have to be with the screen; and it have the shutter speed, where you know what you want to do with your speedy stuff. That's it. It should have a film in it, but they say like, this one we kept it for another camera, which is I think the Leica M6. But because of this, there's no labs for film, and you don't know where to buy the film. No problem. We still give you the originality of the photography, and just put a memory card. And after that, you develop the whole thing on your own front of the screen. You see your mistakes. You see what you did wrong. You learn, because this is how photography is. People call it the soul of photography. They call it, the whatever. I don't want to start saying bad things, and it's, because, my tongue and my mouth is a little bit dirty. So this is called, my friend, real photography. If people are waiting for a review of this camera, I'm sorry, but you guys are an idiots. Not you, not you, not you, not you, but whoever is waiting for a review. This camera cannot be reviewed. A camera got real photography, like the fundamental of what's photo all about when it comes out of the camera. This is the camera that makes real photos. I was talking about reviews about other cameras without even me touching them. Why? Because it's all bullshit when it comes to this feature, this megapixel, look at this, look at that, now it's charging with the USB, now it's making this, look at the menu, it's like a computer menu that you need to Google stuff now to understand what's written in the menu to know if you want to enable it or disable it. This is not a camera. It's a computer with a lens and a nice body, housing body, that's it. Today, when you look at the Leica M11-D without the screen, or the Leica MD, the first generation, or whatever you want to call it, that was really hard to find until today, and you cannot find it. Now they made the Leica M11. This is when you really put your thing in your eye and you look. You don't do this. You look at this. Look at the viewfinder. You match the focus. People now can say like, oh, this is make you take your time, and it's make you relax. Since when you need to rush for a photo? You are not a journalist. You are not in a war. You are not in a zoo to take a shot of the zebra is fucking another zebra. Why we live in a generation today that everything needs to be digitalized, everything have a screen, and you need to see what you do all the time. You need to see live what you do all the time. People today don't understand that photography never been like this. We live in a generation that photography has become easier. That's nice, but the whole idea is not to confuse the easiest thing when it comes to photography with the real fundamental of photography. The only camera company got the balls, to be honest, to do something like this without giving a damn about other people if they're gonna buy it or not is actually Leica. So do we, like, you know, put the hats down for them? Yes, for sure. Is it a big strategic move? Yes, because they take risk anyway. But there's a difference between you take a real soul passionate, amazing risk, and best of all of this, it's original risk, and you are trying to live up the race of making new cameras all the time. This is when it becomes a joke. When people review this camera and keep saying, I don't understand, I don't see what I say, what I take pictures of, I don't know what's happening here, I don't know what's happening there, these reviewers should be sued. Because these people are not photographers. These people just want reviews. They want like traffic. They just want all this bullshit thing. But these things need to be reviewed, not from a photographer who's 65 and say like, oh, this reminds me of my childhood. Relax, honey. Drink your tea and go to sleep. You need to review it with people love photography. You can see someone is 15 years old and he loved photography more than someone been there forever, and now all of a sudden he switched to the digital world and he doesn't even know what to do anymore because everything is simplified for them. Yes, I love my Leica SL. It's got this nice screen. I take a photo, I see what I'm doing. Yes, yes, no, no. No problem. This is all fine. But I did not forget that I need to focus on my photography. I have so much things in the menu, I don't even know what's the menu look like inside. Because the only thing I put, the focus point need to be in the middle, so I just change it. That's it. White balance, I fix it in a computer, like because I should draw, you know. That's it. That's all I do. Shutter speed and ISO. That's it. Auf Wiedersehen. That's all I do. I don't even know all the tracks. I don't know what's this. I don't know the focus. I don't need to know. Even the exposure compensation, I don't really use it much. So I don't really know what's inside the menu. I never been inside. You know what? You want to laugh at me? I did not even upgrade the firmware for the camera to make it a better camera. You know why? Because I'm just focusing on the fundamental of my photography. The screen is nice to see it and that's it. And I play it back and that's it. I don't even delete photos. I keep the photos, I delete after. I focus on buying great lenses, what I want the lenses for, and how to shoot. And that's pretty much about damn it. Photography, this is how it needs to be done. The Leica M11-D, without the screen from the back, when you get it from all these bozos, the reviews, what are they gonna say? Oh, the ISO like this. They have to keep it the same way. It should be the same way. It should be noisy when you put ISO. That means you bought a noisy film. It does not have to be super clean all the time. Not everything have to be like super sharp all the time. Not everything have to be like super phony-ish all the time, look alike. Things, people still don't understand what photography all about. I want to say yesterday, but this video, I don't know how, you know, it's going to stay for, you know, it's going to stay online, right? So I don't know what's yesterday from yesterday. Anyway, last night, I was doing some edit that I took these photos from the Leica TL. I will make, I made a review about it, a mini one, and what I use it for. I made a professional photos with the Leica TL. I was in a situation, I was in a hotel room, and the theme was supposed to be very dramatic, very dark, but very nice. I didn't want to, but I could not put with my bag, in the bag, the Leica SL. The only room I had in the bag is 0. So what I took, I couldn't even take the Leica Q with me. So I took the Leica TL because it was so small to really, and light to carry with my bags and my equipment. Why I'm telling you this? Because the bag was full of a little bit of video gear. Now we were doing some video and then I had time to do photos. When I was putting this Leica TL on 3200 ISO, I usually put 3000, 1000, I keep 1600 to 3200 on my Leica SL because I like the noise. I like the originality. The photo is not super sharp and clear and baloney. So I was really scared to go 3200, but the camera, this is the only range of ISO it could see at the moment with the light that we had. It was very dramatic light, like less than this. This is also, I think this is dramatic, but it was even less than this dramatic light. So when I was start taking photos and the photos they start showing on the screen, okay, I see a little bit blackish, but I know on the screen I can recover it. When I was doing the edit of the Leica TL on the 3200 ISO, it was noisy, that's for sure. But oh man, the photo of this camera, of course it was the 18-56. Imagine I put a better lens, of course, like the 24-90, because it's the same, it's the SL TL mount, so they fit on each other. I will do that also. We will do that. We have a lot of things to do. We will do that review also. So when I was editing the photo, and I was like, damn, the photo looks amazing. Really looks amazing. It's noisy, it's original. You see still the skin tone. Everything is amazing. And I was like, why everything have to be so clear and sharp and digitalized? And this is when I wish people still understand that photography, it's always been this way. Film are grainy, films are noisy. 200 is not like the 1600 on film or 800, come on. So when you have this kind of things on a camera, you don't see the output of the camera, whatever you get, just thank yourself and thank God and thank your mom and dad and thank everybody you want. So why? Because you got a good photo, you got original photo. The only thing you have to consider after buying this amazing body is what kind of a lens as focal length you want. You maybe want 2, perfect. You want 30 and you want 75. Perfect combination, beautiful combination. So you can play with it the way you want, whether street photography, whether you want to do it in a different way of like work. Because only people understand photography, they know how to even hold this camera. You may do mistakes, whoever wanted to try this camera, because you understand how photography works. I want to give you a small example, like why I want to talk about this camera and the specification of how real photography works. Me and my friend, we were having a small breakfast on like a small weird cafe shop. It's not like, you know, I don't want to say it wasn't a nice one. It was a very weird atmosphere. The sun from here, a little bit of bright here, dark here. Even the light was like, you know, I think 5200, 5600 Kelvin. So you can see we were scanning and profiling the area. Then he's a photographer, but he works in a camera store. So I told him, man, let's play a game. He's like, yeah, sure, let's play. What is it? I said, like, let's do, and we had a camera with us, huh? We had a camera with us. It's like sitting in the table. I said, like, let's play light meter. And it's like, fucking good, let's do it. So I was looking at him. I said, like, I think you are like 100 shutter speed, 640 ISO, and I think you're like 3.2. Man, I don't want to say I was super accurate all the time, but let's be realistic. 85 to 90%, I was spot on. That's why this is the most important thing. When you understand how photography works, this is how the camera works. And don't forget, this is the beauty of like just not this camera is not slowing you down. This camera is not gonna make you I don't know, like relax and think of your shot. Man, today, like we live in a today that everything you see, you need to take a photo of it. This is so wrong. This camera will make you actually not think. It makes you brain think what to take a photo of. And when you just look at your camera, it's not taking your time. It's just know how to adjust your camera to the scene, to the view you want to take, and you do it. This is what's photography all about. Today, we live in a generation that everything needs to be right away in front of your eyes to see if it's right or wrong. You need an instant result. This is not photography all about. You know, this is not the way it should be or never be. Okay, today we everything have to be everything easier for us, and this is all okay. It's not. Listen, I mean, look at like I have like SL, I have Q, I have the TL. All of them have screens. I have the Leica Sofrot camera, the instant one. I have two, the first one and the second one. The first one doesn't have a screen. I enjoy it more than the Sofrot 2, the version 2. You know why? Because that one, when I used to take the photo and you click and ding, it comes the photo, you're like, you wait for it to see what you did. I have no clue what I did. The version 2, okay, you see it. You know what I mean? It's just a matter if you want to print it or not. Two different philosophy, two different feeling, two different vibe. Do you want to take a photo and just wait 2 minutes to see how it came out? Or you just want to take a photo and you think of printing it or not? This is when it hits me and I say, I have two of them. Believe me, I have two. They are front of my eyes and they're still in a box. Well, the first one, I will tell you later about it in the Leica talk. It got damaged by itself and Leica make me pay full price to buy a new one. They said they're replacing it, but actually I paid money and I bought it. It's like you're buying it but replacing it. How does it work? I don't understand. I need the clarification. Anyway, it's still in the box, but the first one I used to take photos of it until like maybe 100 shots. That's it, like 10 packs, and then it get destroyed. Anyway, this is not the point, but I'm telling you that the one I have in the box, why I have it in the box, that because it came, I bought it from Leica under the warranty. I don't know how you want to do it. And I bought two of the Leica Sofrot, one the white and one the red. Because I said like to myself, one of them, their printer, and, you know, anyway, we'll talk about this later. But I want to tell you that the joy of the camera, that when you photo shoot and you don't know what you're photo shooting in a way, you don't see the instant result of the camera, of the photo you took. This is when you become excited to know what you did. And believe me, when it came wrong, you may like it more than it come perfect. So this is what photography is all about. This is when you say like, okay, I know what to do now. I trained my eye. This is when you become like a master in a hobby of photography, even though you're not like a professional photographer. This camera with the perfect tool length, like let's say you want to buy 30 millimeter and 70 millimeter, perfect combination. This way you say like, okay, 30 I use it for something different, and 70 I use it for something different. Don't forget, when you buy this camera, you're gonna buy the body alone, right? You have to understand, what lenses do you want? Do you want the 70, you want the 80, you want the 90? You have to understand photography. It's not the body confuse you also what to buy next to it. Like, okay, now I bought the body. What's the focal length? Damn, this is real photography. Now becoming to a real photography genre. We're not coming to say, oh, here is point and shoot camera. Here is like a Q, whatever Q we want to call. but you know, you're giving me whatever you want for me to photo shoot with, but I want a specific lens, like let's say the Leica SL. You want to change between 24 to 90, or you want the 70, you want the 50, you want the 16 to 35. What do you want? And this is when you say, like, I want this lens because I know what I'm going to use it for, and I want this lens because I know what I use it for. Even though for versatility, you understand why you bought this lens, and this is when you combine it with a camera that you don't know what you're going to get from this, and together you become a really good photographer. Why? Because you picked the lens you really wanted to photo shoot with, you picked the focal length, you picked everything you want. Now it's all about you, how to build the scene. You don't need to have a perfect dynamic range, you don't need to reserve the shadows and the highlights. Forget about this baloney. Understand photography. You want overexposed, maybe you want underexposed, you want dramatic contrast, you play with filters. You don't understand how it works unless you really get into the mood of photography. Buying this camera and saying, I'm gonna put it like, you know, like the rest of everybody buy camera Leica, which is cool. It's a signature thing. But think to you're buying this camera not for a show off. Whoever buy the Leica SL is for show off. Whoever buy, well, everybody stopped me when they see this camera. They think it's a weird brand. I don't want to say the brands, but they think, oh, no. And they see Leica, they freak out. It's like, oh my God, you're rich. It's like, kind of relax. It's just a Leica camera. So the Leica Q, it's a piece of art camera. You put it, you don't want to do anything with it. Even though there's no battery, no problem. It looks good. This one, it's hard. It's not like the Leica M10 or M11 with the screen, because you're gonna have this chat with this how amazing and the lens and the look at the body and look at the screen, ding 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 ding. This one, you cannot do anything with it. What are you gonna talk about? No screen. You may reach a dead end with a very boring conversation with the person. It's like, really? Why? Because the other person is used to see the photo on the spot, used to see a photo back on the back of the screen, on the camera. And when you have nothing to show, you're gonna show him a plain box of a camera with the lens. It's like, oh, see you, buddy, bye-bye. You buy this because of you. You buy this because of inside. You buy this because of what you love. Whoever is waiting for a stupid review from a stupid person, there is no review for a camera that been invented from day one in photography that you cannot review. This thing cannot be reviewed. This thing cannot be described. This is a camera for people who understand photography, and not to slow them down like stupid people, what they say in YouTube. These people are fraud. They need to be sued. These people are not allowed to use this camera because, first of all, they make fun of it. They disrespect the company. They respect photography. They respect us as photographers, as professionals, as passionate photographers, because this is what photography is all about. Photography never been all the time with the screen at the back of the phone, no screen all the time here and there. This is what you need to understand. This is a camera for you personally. You buy it, you shut up, and you swallow the amount of the money you paid, and then you say, I love what I'm doing, even because you do it discreet. Not discreet as you're not showing to people what you're doing, but there's nobody's listening to you, nobody's looking at you, nobody care about you. You're doing this because you care about yourself. This is not the Leica S medium format you show off. This is not the Leica Q. This is not the Leica limited edition or Disney or the Ghost. This is a beautiful camera, have a soul inside it. This is not a dead thing. It got a soul, is alive, not person, but a live soul inside that. This is the soul in the photography where all the cameras, there is no soul in it, really. It's just an instant photo. You see it on the screen and you say like, okay, we got the shot, we documented it, that's it. Creativity here and there, lens here and there, it's fine. But this thing, you cannot, you will like say, I'm an idiot, look what I did, look, I don't know how to do my own settings. I counted on a screen, showed me all the time what the camera need to be seen, not what my image, not what my imagination, not the way I imagine things. It hurts, it hurts. But hopefully you like something like a M11-D that I don't have, but I would love to have. I would love to have. Do I need to sell some of my Leicas for it? I don't know. I don't really have it, but yeah, it's a great camera. Speaking of all the Leicas from Q, S, SL, all that jazz, join us. We have an amazing group called the LEICA CLUB on Facebook. I just opened it like a while ago, and we have amazing people share all their Leica from Leica CL, TL, M, SL, Q, so all the versions of everything. So for film, M6 films, everything. So join us. I will leave you the link. You can click on it. Believe me, there's nothing else there, so you don't need to worry about anything. And speaking of soul in photography and passion in photography, and we love what we do and all that thing, look at my work at ramseyspencer.com, expertotv.com, ramsino.com, and if you like to see my backstage, sometimes with my camera, with my Leicas and stuff, and my models, you can see all that at Ramsey Spencer. Again, this video, there is no review in it because really, really only stupid people waiting for a review. With all due respect for everybody. Why I'm saying all the time stupid, this, that, because photography, it's not like what you see today. Everybody's making a show on YouTube. Everybody's making lights and this, and they try to make it so dramatic and informative. And they try to have like this kind of a motivation in photography. Photography never had a motivation. This is something to do with you. All these people trying to turn you to a photographer, whoever is not a photographer. They're trying to make things seem realistic and it's not realistic to them. That's why you need to be not gifted, but you really need to be an artist for photography. And this is when the Leica M11-D come to play, to tell you that the photography, it's not always been you have to slow down. It's not always have to be an instant thing you need to see in your back of your screen where you used to see all the time. It's always been in your mind that you have to translate it in the camera, and the camera will give you the image later on. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.